Are you feeling it? The pinch of rising costs? Or maybe you're just looking around thinking, I'm ready to build some real financial breathing room. Well, forget all those get-rich-quick schemes. Today, we are breaking down a real deal playbook for starting a side hustle that actually works. Wow, that quote really nails it, doesn't it? Relying on just one paycheck? It's like trying to balance on a one-legged stool. It's just not stable. This isn't about finding a fun little hobby anymore. This has become a strategic move. It's about building yourself a financial fortress in an economy where the old idea of job security, well, it just doesn't mean what it used to. Okay, but let's be real. You type side hustle into Google and boom. 1,000 different ideas are screaming at you, right? Drop shipping this, coaching that. It's enough to make your head spin. It's totally paralyzing. But here's the good news. You can ignore all that noise. We're going to use a really simple framework to find the one path that's perfect for you and your life right now. It's kind of funny if you think about it. Just a generation ago, having a second job was something you kept quiet about. Now, it's like a badge of honor. We call it entrepreneurship. This isn't just some passing trend. It's a direct response to a brand new reality. With wages staying flat and costs going up, plus all these amazing digital tools at our fingertips, the rules of work have just been completely rewritten. And this right here. This is the single biggest mistake that people make. They go hunting online for the perfect idea. But the secret isn't out there on some listicle. It's right here. Then those successful, most profitable side hustles come from taking a look at what you already have. So it all boils down to 3 core playbooks. That's it. Think of them as 3 different doors you can walk through. Door number 1, you monetize a skill you've already mastered. Door number 2, you build a product that can sell itself. And door number 3, you leverage an asset you already own. It really is that simple. So let's break each one down. All right, playbook number 1, selling your skills. This is hands down the fastest path from zero to actually earning money. Why do you think so many people start here? It's because the barrier to entry is practically zero. If you're good at something, whether it's coding, writing, even just organizing closets, you can start getting paid for it like this week. And just look at this list. It proves that a valuable skill doesn't have to be some high-tech digital thing. Yeah, of course, software development is a gold mine. But you know what else is? Being the go-to SAT tutor in your town, or about personal trainer that everyone's raving about. Your expertise has real value, whether it's online or right on your own street. Let's talk actual numbers for a second, because we're not talking about pizza money here. A skilled freelance developer can easily pull in $150 to $300 an hour. Just let that sink in. 5 hours of work on a Saturday could mean an extra $1,000 in your bank account. That is a game changer. And then you get to the absolute peak of this playbook. You've got expert consulting, where rates can just soar past $500 an hour. And you might be wondering, how is that even possible? It's because at that level, you're not selling your time anymore. You're selling outcomes. You're the person who can solve a company's $1 million problem with just a few hours of your advice. Okay, but what if you're just tired of trading your hours for dollars? I get it. That brings us right to playbook number 2, building a product. For so many people, this is the holy grail, right? It's the idea of creating something once that keeps paying you while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, or while you're working your day job. And this slide really shows you the fundamental shift in thinking. Selling your services, it's like running on a treadmill. The second you stop running, the money starts coming in. But a product, that's more like a flywheel. Yeah, it takes a ton of effort to get that heady thing moving, But once it's spinning, it just keeps generating income all on its own. You're not the engine anymore. You've built the machine. And the word product can mean anything. On the digital side, you could be packaging your knowledge into an online course or even just a simple PDF guide. On the physical side, you can tap into these massive platforms like Amazon or Etsy to sell pretty much anything you can think of, from t-shirts to handmade jewelry, all without needing your own warehouse. And please, don't underestimate the potential here. Take something called a microsauce. That's just a fancy term for a small software tool that solves one very specific problem. A successful one, maybe a simple little plugin for Shopify, can generate $5, $10, even $50,000 in monthly recurring revenue. Why is the incredible power of a scalable product? And finally, we've got playbook number 3. And honestly, this might be the most overlooked one of all. It's not about learning some brand new skill or building a new product from scratch. It's all about making money from things you already own. I mean, you could literally be sitting on an income-generating asset right this second. This is the magic of the sharing economy. That spare room in your house? It's not just a spare room, it's a hotel room on Airbnb. Your car sitting in the driveway? That's a rental car on Turo. These platforms have basically turned all of our stuff that's just sitting around, from an empty garage to that camera you barely use, into little cash flow machines. And the numbers here are serious. Just renting out a spare room or a basement in a decent area can easily net you over $1,000 a month. For millions of people, that's enough to cover their entire mortgage payment, all from a part of their house they weren't even using. You can scale this idea all the way up to one of the most powerful financial moves out there. It's called house hacking. The idea is super simple. You buy a duplex or a triplex, you live in one of the units, and you rent out the other ones. If you do it right, your tenants pay your entire mortgage. You are literally living for free. This is how countless real estate investors get their start. Okay, so skill, product, or asset, you've got the playbooks, but I have to be honest with you, the best idea in the entire world will absolutely fail if you don't have the right mindset. This next part is, without a doubt, the most critical piece of the puzzle. This quote is everything. Here's the core shift. An employee thinks, if I work for 8 hours, I get paid for 8 hours of work. An entrepreneur thinks, if I build a system that solves a problem, I can get paid for that solution 1,000 times. You have to stop trading your time for money and start thinking about the value you can create. So here it is, your simple 3-step action plan. First, you gotta assess. Get brutally honest with yourself. What are my skills? How much time do I really have? How much money can I start with? Second, commit. Give your idea a real shot, okay? At least 3 to 6 months. No quitting after one bad week. And third, be ready to pivot. The goal isn't to be right on the first try. The goal is to learn, adapt, and find what actually works. And let's just bring this all back home to what it's really about. This isn't just about money for an extra vacation, an extra $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 a month. That is the difference between being trapped by debt and paying it off years early. That is the freedom to finally quit a job you hate. It's the ability to invest in a future that you actually want. So there you have it, the 3 playbooks: skill, product, or asset. While you were listening, did one of them just click for you? You know, the gap between knowing this stuff and actually doing it is action. So my question for you is simple. What is the one single step you're going to take today to get started?